Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Up to the Real in 2019. I am Julian.
And it's your boy James.
Today we're going to talk about a few movie stories, film stories that came out this start of the year. No, we will not be talking about Ellen and Kevin Hart's fiasco on their show. Yeah, we're going to leave the Oscars away on this one.
Kevin Hart is the Fallout 76 of this show.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So we're going to leave that where it's at. But we will be talking about a few things. First, we're going to start about another god-awful award show, the Golden Globes. I'm starting to realize more and more that I do not like the Globes anymore. Yeah, see, you're just like, it is what it is.
I didn't know they were on until they were on. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not turning to that.
So I, unfortunately, turned to it. I watched it. It was okay. Andy Samberg and
Sandra
Oh were good. Jeff Bridges as being the dude was amazing. Most people didn't know Christian Bale had a thick-ass English accent. Yeah. But the thing that left me scratching my head was the fact that Green Book won Best Motion Picture for a Musical or Comedy, and Bohemian Rhapsody won for Best Picture Drama.
I want to bring up a quick note. I think Best Picture for a Musical or Comedy is the most bullshit thing ever. Let's take two completely random things. You both get one category.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
It's always pissed me off.
That's why I was like, you know what? I'm not mad, really, per se, about Green Book winning Best Motion Picture for a Musical or Comedy, even though there are some better movies on that list. But Bohemian Rhapsody, the worst movie on that list, won.
So, two questions. First off, I have not seen Green Book. Is it actually a musical or they just play music in it?
They just play music in it, and they think it's a comedy because of the banter between
okay.
Vigo and
I was going to say, because, like, technically, how would Bohemian Rhapsody not win Best Musical if it wins Best Picture? I don't understand the way these things are. Like, if you have two movies, and one is nominated in the Best and then subcategory, how does it win Best but not... I don't...
My point! My point! And not on top of that, you put it in the drama category, and like I said, you got Black Klansman in there. You had If Beale Street Could Talk, A Star Is Born, and one other film I'm not even thinking of. Oh, Black Panther and another film, and all of those were phenomenal. Bohemian Rhapsody was okay, and you gave it to Bohemian Rhapsody.
I mean, I can't speak having seen almost none of those movies. But since you've last heard from us, I did see Julian's top movie last year, Star Is Born. It was fine. That's something we could probably get to later. It was fine. No problems with it.
But yeah, just like that was ridiculous. I was like, all right, whatever. You know what? I'm done. So from that point on, I was just like, yeah.
Do you think it's the whole thing where like, and this is kind of maybe faux pas, but how they like to, when a celebrity dies or something like that, how they kind of give them a little more power towards an award a lot of times. But this being with Freddie Mercury, who's already dead.
So yes and no. The thing is this with the Hollywood Foreign Press, the guys who do the voting for Golden Globes, they've known to do crap like this, right? But it scratches my head even more because it's like they usually pick the movie that makes sense sometimes, or they go out of left field. And this is one of those times that went out of left field. Like you said earlier, Bohemian Rhapsody technically is a musical because it plays a lot of Queen songs on it. That's one thing. Granted, yes, there's a lot of like drama. You can put drama in there for Rami Malek, what he's going through as playing Freddie Mercury. But at the same time, Best Picture though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Best Picture though?
No. Best Picture though? No. Yeah, I mean, award shows to me are slowly, as they get older, losing their luster. And like when I hear like them say, I'm like, I don't care, because it's probably some. I feel it's all hoity-toity Hollywood bullcrap anyway. So
it's Hollywood shaking itself for being Hollywood.
Like some things like when your thing wins, like the thing that you like wins the award, you're like, yeah, but if it doesn't, you're just like, I'm just like, whatever. That sounds about sure. Things that are probably not going to win any huge awards. Captain Marvel just released its newest new little trailer thing. It kind of shows just a little more of her fighting, a little more of her like character development with the Korean stuff like that. Kind of trying. I think they kind of took note that a lot of people were saying it looked a little bland, so they're trying to add a little more of her quips.
Spice, right?
Yeah.
More spice in her quips.
I mean, it's one of the things where I still think it's gonna be fine. I was talking recently with somebody and how a lot of the Marvel movies, if you go back, like a lot of them are kind of just subpar. There's a few, like, even as much as I love Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, most of the Iron Man movies aren't really great. He's just great as the character. I think that's probably going to be a continuing trend. Like, this probably we'll probably sit like with the Thors, like where like, yeah, I saw it and I enjoyed it when I saw it, but I'm probably not going to go out of my way to see it again.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, we'll try to hold judgment for a while, but
no, I agree with you. I mean, that's why I forgot how many movies I own. There's only like maybe 5 Marvel movies that I mean MCU movies, not overall Marvel movies, but about 5 MCU movies I own, because it's like those 5 I would definitely rewatch again. The others is just like, okay, I've seen it.
It scales off pretty quick from the top.
Right, it's like I've seen it, don't need to see it anymore. And so I just feel like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel is gonna be fine. She's gonna look fine. I didn't think we needed to see any more fighting from her, fighting Kree, fighting Skrulls and stuff like that. I don't think I needed to see all that. But I mean, you wanted to see her banter and her quips. You saw it. It's alright.
Yeah, I hope they're holding a lot back for the movie.
I do too.
There's just I will say this is probably the perfect movie to put before Avengers, because before, when you had Black Panther, it was like, oh, I really like that movie. It's like Avengers, like, yeah, no, but I still like Black Panther. Like, this way you can be like, all right, here's something kind of like, here's your appetizer, here's your little thing that you don't really, you just a little bit, but then here's the main course afterwards.
Right. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do that, and then how she's gonna be interacting in Endgame, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And speaking of other movies or things that are coming up, Matt Reeves, the director of the standalone Batman film that will be for the DCEU, has officially announced that he is almost done with the end script. Of course, after you finish the script, you got to do some rewrites, things like that. But he has said that he is looking to start filming at the end of 2019 for a release of holiday 2020 or early 2021.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, when you're starting to work on something, it's SpongeBob writing on the page right now. This is like, yeah, we're starting to make the first steps at all. Because I mean, so you have a script done, you don't have a movie at all. To me, you have an idea for a movie right now. I mean, it's good to see it's actually progressing. Have they officially announced who the cast as Batman yet?
He still says he's Batman.
Ben Affleck? Well, here at Stage 3 I have some breaking news. Ben Affleck's no longer been cast as Batman. I have, because it's there's no real script. I can say whatever I want. It doesn't matter. No,
Ben. The thing is Ben has been off and on. He hasn't reported. We haven't heard from the horse's mouth that he's actually gone from Batman. But it looks like him and Henry Cavill are going to be out. But until we get it from one of those two, it's going to be there. So as of now, the movie's still a green light. It's supposed to be filming at the end of the year.
Sure. Sure they are. We have no script. As far as I'm concerned, we have no cast. The movie is literally just, like I said, is the homepage. And movies that are actually coming out, Alita Battle Angel, I actually said it right this time, I didn't say Attila, announced that on January 29th, they're going to be having a Passport to Iron City experience here in Austin, Texas, as well as New York City and LA, where you're going to be able to they're going to pretty much recreate the set of the movie. Yeah. You kind of go in, you can look around, you can do certain things, and apparently at the end of the experience, they give you like a title and everything, like a grade and like a job depending on what you did in your experience. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be $25 for people who sign up early, and it's going to jump up to 55 for people who sign up after the movie's already come out, I believe.
Yes.
That movie's more and more impressing me with the stuff going on. From the first trailer to now, it has climbed a mountain with me. Like, I was so, like, turned off by this. And I was like, you know what? This seems cool. I wouldn't mind doing this.
Right. So, I was just about to say, like, I wouldn't say maybe this is the first time, but to see an interactive world that was filmed here in Austin literally 2.5 years ago, I want to see what it looks like. I want to go into our city, see them, like, what it goes through and things like that. And like you said, at first, when this first trailer came out, I was like, yeah, I am so not interested in this. In the slightest.
Christoph Waltz, get out of there. What are you doing? I like you. Get out.
But now it's gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, all right, I can dig this. And so now I'm excited. I want to go see the interactive stuff. Not paying $55 for it. Yeah, not paying $55 for it. I'll pay $25 when it comes out on the 29th. Well, maybe not the 29th, because that's when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. I gotta dedicate my time.
Just find somebody in their house who leaked early and just buy it from them.
God. Okay.
Now, yeah, I would pay $25 for it to go. It's a cool experience, something to do, you know.
I'm down. If you're down, we can go one day. And
yeah, it'd be cool.
Take photos and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where I don't imagine anyone ever paying $55 for this. I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
No.
$25 seems like the top of what I'd go for. You must really like it, but if you really like it, you're going to see it early anyway. Yeah. So
I would say, like, Roger Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino better be right there with me, guiding me through.
Right, like I'm Yoda, and they're carrying me in a backpack.
Exactly, like
oh, show me everything.
Like I'm not paying $55 for that. But other than that, like, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Can't wait. I'm gonna do it in 3 weeks, so it'll be cool. Now, for movies that are coming out this weekend, January I call is the dump of movies. Like
taking a nap during them.
Yeah, no, well, that too. It's just like January is usually for films that, like, you're like,
we've got nowhere to put it.
We have nowhere to put it, and we know it's bad. We're just gonna throw it in there.
Damn.
So it's the truth. So for this weekend, you have A Dog's Way Home. You have The Upside with Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart. And then you have Replicas with Keanu Reeves, which probably is the most interesting one out of all of them.
I just recently saw a trailer I saw the ending of a commercial for this. What?
That's what I'm saying. It's the most interesting one out of all of them. But even then, you're like, Keanu, just give me chapter 3 already. I just want to see you kill more people in chapter 3. Come on, John Wick. Like, yeah, it's just.
You're John Wick now. That's your job. Make John Wick movie for me.
That's all you can do for the rest of your life.
Put him in the Avengers as John Wick. I don't care. Do something.
Oh, no. You know, actually, speaking of which, before we head out, I love the Twitter thing. There was like, they're like, who can stop me? And they give a dog to Thanos, and Thanos kills it.
And he's like, haha, you can stop me? And John Wick's like, have you seen my dog? And they're he's like, oh, like he's sweating like, I'm like Jordan Peele, just sort of.
It's like, yes, I would love to see that. So,
real quick question before we leave: did we ever talk about the Us trailer on here?
We have not.
That'll be a video. We'll do that next.
We're gonna do that next. You're sure right. We haven't even talked about that.
We'll get to that here in a minute. Okay, well, that's another video.
We're gonna do that. But from all of us here at Stage 3, I enjoyed ourselves this past week. Do you have anything to say before we start promoting ourselves?
No, I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out in 2019 as far as movies go, so there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about.
We're going to talk a lot. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. Tell your friends. Please tell your friends.
Tell them.
And if you haven't seen our Best of 2018 video that James has edited, please watch it. It was amazing. I love the editing on it. Go watch it. I endorse it. Follow us on all of our social media as well. And from all of us here at Stage 3, thank you for joining us, guys, and stay tuned.